Been weeks since I've seen action.
Honor and steel.
Honor and steel.
Pitiful me.
Hear ye, hear ye. Messengers from the Lion Guard have brought word that they have begun a quarantine of the city of Camlorn. They assure the king that the plague there shall not spread.
If you have anything suspicious to report, talk to Captain Arison or Lieutenant Dubois.
Wild dogs have filled the streets of Camlorn. It's like an epidemic.
No, that's not the way I heard it. They've taken over the city. The name for the Daedric Prince himself.
Help me get back on my feet.
Hey, you. Stranger, a word. You look like the courageous type. I have an opportunity. You're sober, aren't you? Good. Are you interested in taking on a contract? Nothing too dangerous. My father, Lord Dial, hired a group called the Daggers to investigate the Harpy threat. but they've been gone too long, and I'm beginning to worry. We don't want any blood on our hands when this is all over. Well, I need you to go and find them. You can take the one dagger who managed to find his way back to camp with you. He can fill you in on the details. I'd send my guards, but then they wouldn't be protecting me. I'm sure you understand.
You're going to help me find the rest of the daggers? I'm not sure you're dagger material. Your hands look kind of soft and delicate. Like you've never beaten anything into submission with your own two fists before. The daggers were hired to help Lord Deal gather research about the Harpies. We get him what he needs and we get paid. Simple as pie. But now the rest of the daggers are missing. We need to find them and make sure our first mission is a success. Everyone has to start someplace. Even the Fighters Guild had a first mission, didn't they? Who are you to judge? Now let's get out there and do what we're getting paid for. Let's find the daggers and bring back their research. Harpies, eggs, whatever we can bring back so Lord Deal can figure out why these birds have become so violent lately. We have to find the missing daggers, Gelvin, our leader, and the Remley brothers. We find them and help them finish their jobs. And while we're at it, we look for the Queen Birdie, Fowling. She's a vicious killer and she needs to be dealt with. We shouldn't dawdle, so make it quick. We're an odd bunch, that's for sure. Gelvin found each of us either drinking away our troubles or begging for gold on the streets of Daggerfall. We were good for nothing and all but forgotten. Gelvin wanted to change that. A few of us tried to join the city guard or hook up with the Fighters Guild. Truth be told, they wouldn't have us. We weren't good enough for them. So we formed the Daggers to show them that they're wrong. Lord Deal's guards were in the city, looking to hire some muscle. They found us in the Rosy Lion, celebrating our newly formed partnership. We needed a job. Lord Deal needed some help, and here we are. Well, not really. We were talking about how we needed to find a job, and suddenly Lord Deal's men were making us an offer. We took it as a sign that we were doing the right thing. The daggers were going places. I vowed that I would always face my opponents as an equal. If an enemy came at me with a sword, I would meet his blade with one of my own. The Harpies fight with claws. How could I go up against them with anything more than the fists nature gave me? Sharp and natural. They don't wield weapons, so neither will I. I will fight them head-on, fists against claws, and I will do so with honor. fresh kill. Be alert. Whatever did this could be watching us.
How in the 8 do you expect to trap a flying harpy with a trap set on the ground? You're an idiot. You know that, right?
Looks like we found the Remley brothers.
You know I hated when you yell at me, brother. Now calm down and help me figure out how to get a harpy to trip a wire on the ground.
Did Lord Deal send you?
I see the problem.
Well, there's nothing new to report except that my brother is an idiot. Armel placed dozens of traps and he just realized something. Harpies don't walk. Now we're trying to figure out how to salvage the situation. We're trying to capture a few of these creatures. Lord Deal wants to observe the harpies and see if they demonstrate any odd behavior that might explain the recent acts of aggression. But we're still working on our traps, as you can see. We've got some throwing snares. The only problem is the damn harpies are too strong. They need to be weakened before you hit them with the throwing snares. I may have a sword, but I'm not a fighter. That's too dangerous an approach for me. Lord Deal said a few. So 4, I'd say. Yes, 4 harpies should do. If this works, please tell his lordship that we gave you the traps, all right? My brother and I will pack up here and follow behind you. Any harpies you catch in the throwing snare, we'll be sure to haul in and get back to camp.
You're going to help us, eh? I could have figured this out, you know. If I could find a way to weigh the harpy down so it'd trigger the trap. You know what? It's probably better that you take care of this.